shout out to all my left laners tapped in for the left lane mix. The Inphamus Amadeuz every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. EST, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, bringing the vibes. I got my guy Tone Viera in the building. What's up, brother?
What's happening, Imp?
You enjoyed that left lane mix?
Yo, bro. Let me tell you something, man. You got me wanting to drive faster now.
No, I encourage it during the left lane mix. I mean, don't get no speeding tickets because we're not covering any of those. But, you know, I may encourage you to drive over the speed limit. I also encourage you to put the cruise control on. There's a reason. I don't have to tell you why. Just Google it. You'll see.
Big facts.
You'll see. You know, one of the things that I miss here about SiriusXM, if anybody who's been in this building before the pandemic, is the pretzels in the kitchen. I don't know who had those pretzels. I don't know who we have to call, but Tone, we have to get those pretzels back on deck because when I'm in the left lane and I'm off the Hennessy sidecars and I come here, I need those pretzels to make me right.
Those pretzels used to make me feel prestigious because they look like, you know, cigars that Suge Knight used to smoke.
The classics. Of course, I got my guy in the building, Far Rock. Now, listen, I've told a lot of guys to come to Punchline, right? But this is my guy right here. He came to my podcast previous to this, and he's like, Inf, I have a project coming. It's dropping this Friday, and I have a clip locked and loaded. So he said, Flea Lord, what's up? Welcome to the Punchline Academy.
My brother, was good, man. Appreciate you having me, Lord.
Yo, you kind of took a little vacation because you did 12 projects, and I know you spoke about this a lot, right? But so once you did the 12 projects, did you say to yourself, like, all right, I need to kind of fall back for a minute? Maybe you need to kind of rethink or just kind of recalibrate what the type of music was moving forward?
To be honest, it wasn't even that. I had moved, you know what I'm saying? I separated from one relationship, and now I had my son, you know, with my lady right now. So when I had my son, I didn't really have time to really focus on music. You know, I was trying to do the right thing, make sure that while my lady was pregnant, I was there for her. And, you know, just, you know, basically doing my part, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really go hard like how I was when in 2020, I believe. But I was still working and moving around, but for the most part, you know, as you get older, you know, and you're having kids and stuff like that, you want to be there for your significant other, you know what I'm saying?
It's important.
You don't want them to go through that by themselves,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's their first child. See, me, I have, you know, my two daughters before Tristan, so, you know, Tristan being, you know, my last child, I'm like, let me do the right thing. So I couldn't really focus on the music at that time, but I was still dropping. It just wasn't coming as, you know, how I did the 12 for 12.
Yeah.
But the 12 for 12 basically has me in my $500,000 house. I don't pay a mortgage, you know, so I did everything I was supposed to do.
Round
you know
of
what I'm
applause
saying?
for that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't fuck around and fuck
out.
that money up. I did the right thing, put my kids through college, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, paid their tuitions and shit like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, now, you know, I'm getting back to it. We released a compilation, you know, last year with, you know, some of the guys from the West Coast and the East Coast. We bridged them together. And, you know, basically since 2-3 Zone did so well with me and Crisis, you know, we figured, you know, let's give it a go and come back out with full court press. So, you know, I've been working, but not as much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to Crisis, he's here. So, like, how important is it as an artist to save your coins, right? I had Fabio Foreign on the first episode, and he was talking about how he basically got a bag from the label, and he basically blew it all on his mans and what he thought was right. Like, so coming from your perspective, because obviously, like, we're a little older, like, what was your strategy as far as saying, okay, let me earn today and save for tomorrow?
Well, you know, with me is I never got signed to anybody. I'm independent. So when I made my bag, you know what I'm saying, I did the right thing. I kicked out 100,000 to some of my homies. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a piece of the bag, and that's 100,000. I took 515,000 to bought my house. I paid like damn near $80,000 for my daughter's you know, I can't think of the word right now. Shit, I'm high.
Like private school?
Well, actually, she was in college, so it was a semester.
College,
excuse me. So I paid like 3 semesters for her. Then once the pandemic hit, she didn't want to get the shot. So I'm like, yo,
the COVID?
yeah, she didn't want to get the COVID shot. So I'm like, yo, look, it's up to you. I'm not getting vax. So if you don't want to do it, then, you know, that's your choice. But you're becoming a young adult now. You're in college. So if you don't want to, you know, they're going to kick you out if you don't get vax. So that was a lot of money I spent, you know what I'm saying, for her to get an education that she didn't go back to college. But, you know, she's a licensed esthetician now. So
nice.
I wound up putting, you know, my daughter through that school. And I did everything I was supposed to do with my bag. And, you know, I can say, you know, I shitted on a lot of money, like I threw money away. Of course, like that happens. So what Fabio was saying, that it can happen where you look out for, you know, your loved ones and your friends, and it's like nobody will be around after. Then some of them will be around, but they'll still be fucked up. So in this case, like I put everybody in position, told them like, yo, you gotta get it on your own now. Like I did what I was supposed to do. I gotta focus on, you know, my family and me. So like majority of my homies, I show the support. You know, if they need any type of bread and I got it, of course, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind looking out. But for the most part, like, we all adults now. Yeah. So we all got to get on our shit.
As
and,
they
you know
should.
what I'm saying? And find a hustle, you know what I'm saying?
And you're leading by example.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to, and that's why I try to hold my friends down, because I know what it is to not have. Like, there was times I couldn't get my daughter a fucking icy from the Piragua lady or something, you know what I'm saying? Walking down the street from school, and I got to cross the street because Mr. Softy right there, because I stopped selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? But I stuck to the plan. It wasn't just a play, it was a plan, and it worked, and I stuck with it, because there was people that was telling me, look, you dropping too much music, nobody's gonna know who you are, you doing this, you doing that, and it was like, all right, cool, but what are you gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? Even if you did do something for me, I don't want to be nobody worker. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be under nobody. I'm practically the same age with everybody, so like, for me to go under somebody, I just not what
it's not gonna work for
it didn't sit well with me, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, through the grace of God, with Prodigy leading me, and you know what I'm saying, telling me don't give up on music, Flea, I think you got it, bro. Like I really think, you know what I'm saying, like you should just go hard with it, because there was times I was gonna start writing for people, but P was like, nah, don't do that, you know what I'm saying? Push that shit yourself. When the people really get it,
as being like a ghostwriter.
Yeah. He's like, yo, when people tap into the real you, they're gonna understand, you know, your story, you know what I'm saying? So some people, they know, and some people still like, yo, who's Flea? Like, and that's cool, because, you know what I'm saying, I don't expect you to know who I am. I've only been rapping since 2017. But, really? Yeah, since 2017 of me releasing music, I bypassed a lot of your favorite rappers. I didn't take a deal. I don't owe nobody shit.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? 2020, before my son was born, we was looking for a house. And, we went looking for the house in December. I moved in my house in January because I paid them $515,000 clean cash. They didn't want to sell it to me because I was trying to get it for the low and keep some bread, you heard? But they like, yo, your credentials is not right, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Flea Lord is still, you know, development. So that's why I tell everybody, yo, get your credit right. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing music, go the proper steps, get everything situated now so you don't wait later. And it's like, you can't even claim some of your money because shit is just flowing everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did everything, you know, the right way. I followed, you know, the blueprint that Prodigy left for me, and I take heed to whenever somebody tells me something. Like, I probably don't do it the way they told me, but I definitely take advice from people that's nowhere near on my level, above my level.
Because you learn from everybody.
Yeah, and I also basically, like, I treat everybody the same too, and I think that's why today, you know, why I'm at where I'm at, because I never act Hollywood with people. I got my bag, and I'm still the same motherfucker. I still wear the same clothes, sometimes not caring, and I got a whole closet, like a walk-in closet at that. I ain't even had one of those, but I have a walk-in closet full of fucking designer shit that I don't care about. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm Hoodie Flea still. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the bag actually changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Much respect to you, Flea Lord, man. I'm learning a lot about you right now. First of all, if anyone's listening right now and doesn't know who Flea Lord is, check out the discography. It's I got two words for you. It's diverse and it's healthy.
Thank you.
Done a lot of collabs. I was reading online about it was a thread talking about an album with Conway.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still in the works or if it's something that you're comfortable talking about.
We got like 3 songs. We got 3 songs done. You know what I'm saying? But there's times where me and Conway be building, and he's working on something, I'm working on. I'll get him on my project, you know what I'm saying? Or he'll get me on his. Like, I think I'm going to be on his next project he's releasing. I think it's supposed to be dropping, you know, or it probably dropped already. I'm not sure. I think it dropped already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know, me and Conway always build on, like, on brother time, you know what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes we probably won't get to work, and it's like we got these 3 songs that we never even followed up with, but I mean, for the most part, I know we're going to get to it, but there's no rush on either side, you know what I'm saying? We both handling shit. We got families. Con is actually way more busy than me, you know what I'm saying? The only thing what I do is I separate all the business stuff. I don't want to be busy like that. I like to have my time where I can be with my family and still put out music and not have to travel as much, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with traveling, but I don't like to be leaving my family. Plus, I don't like flying a lot neither. I don't want to pilot and fucking control of my life. I like to drive everywhere. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
something that's personally interesting to me. How do you find that balance? Because a lot of people, they don't have the luxury to have that balance.
Well, with you know, with all this music I released, you know what I'm saying, I get a great royalty bag every month. You know what I'm saying? I'm running my own store through Shopify, so you know you can go on lordmob.com, get some merch. I sell vinyls between $75 and $30. You know what I'm saying? I sell CDs between $10 and $20 or maybe $5. I sell ski masks, hats, hoodies, whatever. I hustle my merch. I basically, you know, I get a good royalty bag. If motherfuckers want to feature and they price is workable, sometimes I might not get the dollar I want, but I'll still do the feature because I like to work with people and let them feel good. Because when I was coming up and I was, you know, I got to work with Buster, I got to work with Fat Joe, I got to work with P even before he passed, and you know, I can keep on naming these people, and it's like when I got that feature, I know how it felt. Now I ain't saying I'm one of those type of guys that when I give you this feature, you gonna feel like that, but you gonna feel good that you paid me what you could. You know what I'm saying? We worked around your budget. I ain't tell you, give me 10 racks. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get a feature from me, it's gonna go up. You're gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get streams. You're gonna get recognition. And I tell everybody, the recognition is the most important thing. Fuck the streams, fuck everything. Once you start getting recognition, that's when you can start making money off of your recognition. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is. When I went on tour with Griselda in the beginning, I didn't get paid $1. You know what I'm saying? Wes gave me $500 from his pocket. I wasn't a part of the budget, but they gave me the opportunity. So that's what made me who I am today, because they gave me the opportunity. I ran off with that shit. So me spending all my money on that tour, not having the dollar coming back, my man coming back with me, we both broke, got to sell coke to get back up. You know what I'm saying? Sell weed and all this shit and still play my part as being a provider and a protector to my family. I'm like, yo, I got to get this shit right. So I really focused on it and got it right. But yeah, you're gonna spend a shitload of money on yourself and invest in yourself if you really believe in yourself. You got to do it, because you never know when it's gonna change and when it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You might be ready to give up. Like there was times I told me I ain't fucking with this rap shit, man. Fuck this shit. Like I sell drugs, I'll get a job and take care of mine like I've been doing. But then it's like there was so many people in my ear like, bro, don't do that. Like you got the lane, and I stuck with the lane, and thank God that I heard those people out. Because it worked for me. And you know, and those people that actually pushed me to do this, they're in a better position too whenever they're around me, or like I maybe helped them out and, you know what I'm saying, gave them some shit. You know what I'm saying? I might have blessed them with a Rolex or something, have collateral. You know what I'm saying? Like I do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at with it right now. I don't really care for being mainstream. I don't care for being a big artist where people know me. I'm good where I'm at, and I probably got more money than your favorite artist.
Kudos to you, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, If I'm definitely taking stock advice from him. He knows how to invest in himself and get a return on his
my
investment.
house is worth like damn near 800 and some thousand right now. I pay $515, so I'm sitting on the mill with my crib almost. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my house. That's not what I'm doing and how I'm running up these bags and still breaking bread and, you know, actually turning down shows when motherfuckers be trying to, like, you know, give me the short. Because there's a lot of guys that's taking shows right now, but they're taking shorts.
They're not taking the full value.
They're not, they don't even know their worth. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look at it, you pack some shit out, that promoter in that club's eating. You know what I'm saying? I need mine. You know what I'm saying? If I'm leaving my family, I need mine. Or I'm not leaving my family. I'll stay home and fucking play 2K and do some some yard work. You know what I'm saying? Work on my garden and shit like that. Like,
yeah, you sound like me. Free Jewelry from Flea Lord. He's in the building. Shout to Crisis. He's in the building as well. So we got the project out this Friday. What record do you want to hear off this?
Shit, y'all can play whatever, man. Like every genre here I feel comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm going with my music right now is like I'm separating myself from everybody. Like I'm making motivational, I'm making celebration, inspirational music. This ain't that shit that I'm talking about 2 years ago while I was trying to get out of it. So I can't really, like, I could talk about what I used to do, but I ain't glorifying that shit no more. Like, and plus I'm older now, so you know what I'm saying? But you could play anything you want on that bitch, man. I feel good, man.
All right, that's what it is. The Punchline Academy, the Inphamus Amadeuz. Flea Lord is here. If you got any questions, hit my Instagram at the Inphamus Amadeuz. We'll be back. That was new heat from Flea Lord and Crisis. They are in the building. Shout out to Crisis. He's over there awfully quiet.
Yeah.
Chilling and just enjoying the vibes. Now, before I got two questions for you, Flea, but I got to ask you, who exactly is in Lord Mob?
Well, you know what's crazy is
Are there guys claiming that's not really?
Because
people hit me all the time.
Yeah,
No, they hit me all the time. I'm with Flea.
Yeah,
I'm like, tell Flea to call me.
Yeah, people definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that too because, like, yo, we mobbing together. Shit, you see me like it's all love. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when it come to the artists, like, you know, we have West Coast artists. I can name a few. You know, Funk P, TF, Doe Networks is my brother. You know, he's not an artist, but he actually brings a lot of talent to the table. That's how I met, you know, a couple guys from the West Coast.
Shout out to Doe.
Shit, you know, Trez is not a Lord Mob artist, but you know, that's my brother, and everything he doing, I'm supporting. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's vice versa. 211, you know, those are guys that I say are family, but they're not Lord Mob. But you know, more or less like you know, Mom's right here. Mom's is an artist. Young Ack, Stars Coleman, G4 Jag, Shady Ray. Like there's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And it all started from just us building. And you know, me like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this Lord Mob thing, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys want to push it with me, push it. But you know, you still pushing your own shit. But help me push Lord Mob. Excuse me. Help me push Lord Mob, because once this shit run up a bag off Lord Mob, I'm gonna break everybody off. Yeah. I'm not a greedy person. I'm not looking to die
push
rich.
The brand.
Push the brand, put, you know what I'm saying, everything we doing, and attach it to your name, because this shit going worldwide. You know, being that I had Prodigy in my corner, God bless his soul, I caught a lot of you know, fans from like basically Europe and shit like that, but everywhere. You know, I won't just say Europe, but we have fans all over. I'm selling shit to South Africa, Japan, Germany, Italy, France, wherever the fuck you name. Yeah, it's shit going out there from my store. And then, you know, now these people tap into our music. So I tell my brothers, look, this can help you if you push it. I'm not saying, yo, jack it and you are a Lord Mob, but if you push it a little bit, the fans will tap in. And people will, and the fans is going to see it, the supporters are going to see it, and then they get to hear you now, because they probably wasn't tapped in with you, but you start jacking the mob, they hear you, and then it's like, now you're getting fans all over too. And I'm okay with sharing my platform, because like, I make enough money where everybody can all eat. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, man. I'm gonna throw some rappers' names at you, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Don't name nobody I don't fuck with.
And if you have anybody, yo, shout to Sha Boogie, because he was trying to make me do one of those.
Shit! Look at Sha starting problems, man. Come on, Sha. There's always somebody from the Bronx, man. Him and Crisis. Him and Crisis. Like, they good people, but Bronx motherfuckers is violent. Y'all violent. No, there's no shit. That should be on the news. Bro.
Now, the one thing about this show here in the Punchline Academy, this is like a non-controversial space, right? So when anybody comes in this room, it's comfortable, it's family. You could go to the blogs and social media and read all the nonsense.
I don't got no problems with nobody, man. All right,
so first artist, Westside Gunn.
Westside Gunn, I would say he's a brilliant artist. And, you know, the motherfucker's just, you know, he's a genius, bro. Like, he put the play together, because, you know what I'm saying, like, regardless of anything, Wes is fire with the bars. He has the eye for, you know, for
is he underrated as an MC, like, in your opinion?
I wouldn't say that. Nah, he's the man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that.
Because guys list their top 5, and I mean, he's like almost responsible for this whole wave that's going on.
I mean,
right
you can't just say Wes is just responsible, because Rock Marcy was kind of like, you know, so Rock Marcy, then Griselda. Like, when I did my homework, you know what I'm saying, because I didn't give a fuck about no rapper, to be honest. Like,
rest in peace, Doom.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Doom, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of, but when it come to top 5, I can't give you a top 5. I can't, you know what I'm saying? And when people leave people's names out of those lists, like, yo, bro, there's so many dope artists.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. It's also, you know, music is so subjective.
Yeah, Wes is actually a genius, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give it up to bro. Like, he put Griselda. I remember seeing, you know, when Wes was coming to the hospital, and him and Conway was coming to the hospital to visit Prodigy, I was there, and I saw, you know, from that point to the level up, and then Prodigy passing away, God bless his soul, and then the bros, you know, Conway and West, giving me an opportunity to go on tour with them. Now, like I said, I was not a part of budget, but they gave me that opportunity, and I saw the fans, how they react with Griselda. I was there for the Sony Hall show when, you know, they passed the torch, the legends.
I think I was there too.
Yeah, it was a lot of people there, but it's crazy because nobody really know who I was because I really wasn't rapping at that time. Like I was just, running around, gripped up and making sure whatever artist I was with was safe. You know what I'm saying?
All right, next artist, Stack Bundles.
Oh man, Stack. Wow, Stack and Chinks, but Stack really
Well, you know what? Chinks was the next one, so
let's go with both of them. Both of them, those guys, I want to say are legends from Far Rockaway that basically paved the way for a lot of Rockaway artists. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their shot and they did it, but it was cut short. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't cool with Stacks, you know what I'm saying? But we did know each other. When we saw each other was love. But me and Chinks, that was like, man, I could shed a tear right now because I don't like to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I remember waking up in the morning. My phone had died, and I woke up in the morning and I saw all the texts and everything coming through my phone, and I was just like, I was numb. It was like I was just fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had a magazine at one time called I Get At A Magazine, and we shot the cover with Cardi B and Chinks.
I remember that
Chinks
too.
died. What was it, like 3 days after? So I have this unreleased magazine. Like I actually just deaded the magazine.
Now you know it's crazy. I think Shy was the one that was. He told me about that back in the days. I remember.
Yeah. And Prodigy was on the cover too.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Havoc.
Havoc, man. Another one that's, you know what I'm saying? I think some people I think Havoc's a little underrated. You ask me. I think that's I don't think none of the artists you name, because they paved the way. But, Havoc, I think Havoc is one of the dopest producers ever.
Oh, he is. I mean, he probably made the best beat ever. Hip hop beat. And actually got the chance SOBs. What was it, the Royal Flush event? Havoc performed and he tried to walk off the stage. And I'm off the Henny. I'm like, fuck that. You coming back. We did the greatest beat of all time.
Yeah, you can't walk off the stages like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Havoc, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish, I wish that, him and P could have worked together a little bit more. I was there for the 20th, I think it was the 20th anniversary project when they was in Red Bull shooting that shit. I was there for that, you know what I'm saying? And, I was just like, happy to see that the mob reunited because they was going through a little situation. Sometimes business, fucks up, and then sometimes you fuck up a friendship but they were family. So you know what I'm saying, the fact that they got back up, I was really happy about that. Being around both of them at the same time, and I got a project with Havoc called In the Name of Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? So, I look forward to working with Havoc still because shit, he's getting busy. I see he's doing some shit for Ye right now. So, I'm very happy for him, man. It's dope.
Nice. Punchline Academy, Shade 45, Tone Viera in the building. I'm here with Flea Lord. We got Crisis here. Crisis, you've been quiet. So I got a question for both of y'all, actually. Recently, I was looking at this article. It made me clench my fist. I didn't like what it said. It said, a lot of people are saying that hip-hop is bad right now. Cardi B addressed this and said, hip-hop fans don't know what they want. Now, I read a similar article, and it was saying that, there is a lot of good music out there, but people don't make the effort to look for it. So, like I said earlier, I was telling people they got to check out your discography.
Yeah.
A lot of good music there. Crisis, I program a lot of hours of live radio. I see your name on a lot of productions. You're heavy in rotation here. Now, how do you feel about the articles that I read?
I'll let Crisis answer that first.
I mean, as far as the mainstream is concerned, it's a little crazy right now. A lot of repetitive records, a lot of people chasing the same thing. Like a lot of old records are being remade and sampled, like classic records. Like it's a difference of sampling records, but then like a lot of like 90s like classics are being resampled, and it's like if you're not gonna make the song better than what the original was, or at least try to match the energy, then it brings the culture down, I feel like, because now when the average listener listens to stuff like that, they're not intrigued, they're not excited, it's not moving them like that, you know what I'm saying? So
let me say something real quick. To me personally, I think y'all should leave those fucking songs alone. That's it.
Facts.
Like, find your own fucking beat. That's, I don't want to cut you off on that, but I just think that that's fucked up because, like, let that person shine with that shit, man. That's it. If you're gonna go and remake they beat, like, why? Now, A lot of people been doing it. I got nothing negative to say about them, but I would never do that. You know
I
how many
don't have
people
nothing against
sent
it.
me beats like
I don't have nothing
Nah, I don't
against
know.
it if you do it right. But if you're gonna do it like lazy, I feel like a lot of the times it's done lazy, just for clout purposes and to try to catch some shine in the algorithm or something. Like,
that wave will
I'm
catch
gonna
it.
use a classic to try to get caught up in the algorithm, and it's like it looks like a gimmick. It doesn't sound natural. So that's where that is. And then as far as people being lazy and not looking for music, I feel like it's true. Like a lot of times people need to. It's like you gotta here on the plate. Here you go. This is something new. And if I don't present it to you like that, you would never know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a bit of both. The internet and these smartphones have made people a little lazy when it comes to looking. Because back in the days before really social media,
dumb.
nah, it's true. Because back in the days before we had the whole even streaming. I mean, every Tuesdays and Thursdays when albums would drop, we were taking the train down to Tower Records, Flip Side in the Bronx, all these spots to go get albums. Now it's just like, it's on a streaming platform on my phone, and it's like, if I'm being bombarded with certain artists all the time on social media, and I don't know, let's say, not to say Flea or just any artist. Amadeuz, he's dropping mad heat. Mum's dropping heat. I'm dropping heat. Some people may not know of us like that because it's not being presented to them like that. So it's a little tricky right now. But I tell artists, as far as in my situation, just keep working, just keep putting music out, just keep doing what you're doing.
Flea, when you engage with your listeners, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of them come to you and tell you, "Hey, we found you through this feature, or we just found you through our streaming service." What's something they tell you that stands out to you about your music in particular?
Oh man, like I definitely get, I'm glad I found you. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Yo, your shit is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's organic. Like you could tell, like you lived that life, shit like that. So, but for the most part, man, I just think, from where I'm coming from today, you know what I'm saying? Not Flea Lord 2-3 years ago, because I was still in the field. I'm not no more, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I still pull up and check everybody, but, where I'm at today with this music, I just feel like I'm trying to, push this message. Mm-hmm. Because if I could do it. Like, I dropped out of school the 10th grade, you know what I'm saying? I had my daughter when I was 20, my first daughter. And now she's a licensed esthetician. I put her through college. Like, I really was out here fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Working at 2 moving companies, Air Sea Packing and fucking Cadogan Tape. Y'all can eat a Frank too. You know what I'm saying? not the workers that's there, because a lot of those guys was my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with the peoples that was putting in the work with me. You know what I'm saying? But the companies, they both fired me. And it's because I was smoking weed and shit like that. Like, I ain't give a fuck. But for the most part, like, when I was trying to find it, I could have had a job right now and not be in this position, but I stuck to my plan. So like, and it was the people. It was, me wanting to change my life and change my kids' lives and my baby mom's lives and everybody that I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? My nephew, my sister, everybody. I want to be able to provide a better life for them. So, thank God for Prodigy, and thank God for my fans and my drive, because they're the ones that pushed me. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to legend Prodigy. We got Crisis and Flea Lord in the building. Matter of fact, we only get some heat off this project.
Let's go.
And you know what time it is when we come back. It's time to get to this Punchline Academy freestyle. Shade 45, Tone Viera, the infamous Amadeuz. I'm here.